And thus begins, after 3 days off, Labor Day, basically. Finally here to finish off the 4th act, and eventually preview the 5th one. Which is not going to be the finale like it originally was planned to be. Since we moved it to 9 acts, I figured, well, maybe the final round should be the 9th act. It could be 10th. Which will be 10th, because Turbo Racing is going to be ending this week, and I will not be done with 5 acts in 1 week, so... I forgot I had the loading music off, so it's just been dead silent on the game, and I was a little confused for a moment. Red Bull Ring has never always been the most exciting track. The Super Duty just nearly wrecked someone. Have to try and remember who's in what car now. This is not a track where I'll be winning, I'm pretty sure. If anything, this is full-on Aleks track. Like, more than every other one that he's won at this season, so far in this one. Which has been like at least 3 or 4 by this point. Yeah, one thing that's mentioned in Turbo, or the one thing with how you mentioned the series in Turbo Racing is that, like, technically it's supposed to be Turbo Racing before this. So technically Aleks didn't ever drive that F40 yet. He's still Vulture. It's like he nearly spins out there. Help. Nope, hex went off. GTR gaining positions off the line is pretty rare. It's like, as I mentioned, I had in like episode 1, like, mind blank, hello. Wow, hello brain, you wanna maybe join us here for a moment and like finish that sentence that you're using or saying? God. I'm not far enough. I can just, yeah. I actually expected that to be done in that corner, not the second, not the next one. If I can just block him long enough, someone else can suddenly appear. Yeah, no. See you later. Super Dude's gonna try and pass Gearhead. Yeah, I'd actually put a comment, like, basically when I posted the first episode of the series, that, basically mentioning, like, Keyblade, could help, determine, like, a canonically, like, comedic or not, reason why this character actually chose to participate in the race. I had a couple of ideas. One based off of what I did last night on my PS2 when I was at my house. I was at my house's dad. That does not make sense. Try again. At my dad's house on Stump Truck Challenge. I named the contestants in like the stunt battle thing. I named them after characters from here. It was Aleks, Burn, Danny, Vert, Gearhead, and I put Madison as the sixth one because I didn't know which one to do. And I wanted to do a character that was named and not after the car because someone like Twin Mill wouldn't work. Plus, Twin Mill is there, so Twin Mill being not in Twin Mill doesn't really make much sense now, does it? Anyway, so it was really between like Madison or Otto or that or XT3, but XT3 is named after a car, so couldn't have done that either. And that is Slingshot, so if that is not Sidedraft, and it's definitely not 16 Angels, so therefore that would also be awkward. So I'm like, okay, well, easy choice made, just put Madison in there. The joke would have been, or the joking like canon being that like they had like I'm borrowing something from like another game here, that they have like a radio giveaway of like passes to a Stump Truck Challenge event, and she wins. Because apparently Stump Truck Challenge is popular enough to garner enough attention to have a radio giveaway happen revolving around it, I guess. Don't ask. But she wins the radio giveaway and she gets a chance to participate. I think I said go to, but I didn't actually say like it's like tickets to like, you know, the contestants area, not to the stands. And she like runs and has almost like a Vert Wheeler story of just turned 16, got her driver's license the day before, and now they've won an event because she actually won the stunt battle. And I wasn't biased either, I was just playing randomly. It probably helped she was the last one, so I'd already done each challenge 5 times before it was her turn. Since it went, I guess it in that order. Aleks was last, which is blasphemous for an STC veteran like him, but because he went first, it was more like personal practice for anyone else that came up behind him. Still, no, that's an 8. That's not a 0. Yeah, no, I'm nowhere even close to. All of these like road cars are the ones near the front in this track. Blossom is leading all of the GT cars in this event. You may occasionally hear some noises because a fly is in my room and it likes to buzz in front of me. So you'll hear some like occasional buzzing noises, you might hear a couple of smacking noises. And don't be surprised if an expletive or two slips out either, because this fly has been in this room of mine for almost a week now, and I've made no progress on just getting rid of the damn thing. And it's starting to irritate me a lot. Another canonical reason, this one being a little more down to earth, but also being not as funny as the first one of won a radio giveaway and beat Aleks and Burn in a 8 challenge stunt battle. Since I mentioned before that as a person that I haven't seen or talked to in 3 years, she might see this as the last opportunity that we might get to see each other in person. And she, for some reason, believes that to get to see me in person, she has to be on the track with me. It could just be like the Mortimer thing of because I feel like it. That could also just be the case. The Mortimer is a little more detailed. His was because it wasn't very different from what he does normally. It's just he's now doing it, not working on improving the experience for others doing it. Up 2 mil past Soupy-Doo apparently. And despite this being not at all suited to my car, I'm still going to take second place. So yeah, Aleks has clinched the championship here at Red Bull Ring. It doesn't even matter. I did all I could to keep ahead of him too. I got 12, but when he wins, there's not really anything else I can do. Yeah, now even if neither Aleks doesn't even have to show up for the next 2 races, I can only get to within 23.7. But this is Monza, which means you'll probably end up winning this one too. Skip. Oh. Busting with a little collision on Otto there. The cars that have a higher top speed are kind of a danger around this course too. Because they'll do things unpredictably and then end up running into someone. So the likes of Otto, Aleks, Swoopy-Doo, and Gearhead will be kind of terrifying events, or terrifying prospects. My car is so small compared to this Nissan, that's ridiculous, man. Oh. Handling's good for something, I guess. I'm not gonna lie, I might just have to remove Aleks from these two events, just so that the points can be a little more interesting. Those 15 points can go to someone who actually needs them, rather than just Aleks for the 7th time. Because he's already basically won this race. All he has to do is get around XT3 and Vert. And then GT cars, compared to his LaFerrari at this track, that's not going to be very hard, I don't think, unless Vert does something aggressive before XT3 just has a lapse in judgment. Yeah, I am not too good here. Being down 400 horsepower on every other, on like 200 horsepower or so on every other arrival, at least, does not help here. Okay, how about, instead of that, that does not look at session list. Eject! I still don't actually think that did the trick, and I just like broke the car's wheels. I mean, yeah, it got them to him, but I mean, onto the straightaway, and there he goes. So that was a painless endeavor. It just inconvenienced him more than it wrecked him. It definitely didn't take him out of the race. Burns not in a bad car. I don't see why he can't seem to just get results. His car's relative pace is probably better than his Countach was compared to his opponents when he had that car. Here's Twin Mill. You gotta be quicker than that. That's not what I wanted. His car is battered a little. Can you stop? I am very dead. Okay, what did they make this Ferrari out of? I'm trying to record, do you mind? Stupid fly. You're just not even moving, apparently. And even with the suspension damage, it's still only in third. Oh, there's Super-Doo. See you later. Danny is faded all the way back down there? It's not even remotely fair. Two McLarens battle. Whoa, that was slick. Yeah, this is I'm not even surprised by this result. No. I'm watching the fly more than I'm watching the race. Oh, there we go again. Round 2. Terminal still doesn't make the pass. Same, my head had seemed balanced. I didn't think the off-road would just have that much more power. I felt the fly hit my leg, I felt that. Oh, I missed. And I think it's actually faster than me, so... But I would move. Bonsai! Hello! that was a trophy because I got a penalty for corner cutting. Oh, and X3 is out of here now. not here. Alright, will this car be wrecked this time? Probably not. The thing is made out of, like, adamantium or something. Oof. That is not a noise you want to hear. And by the way, no, RaceMan isn't the one getting in the car. Crash test, or like... it's like a driving program. It's like those Google self-drive cars. They're just programmed to hone in on something and, like, hit it. RaceMan is not in these kamikaze Formula 1 cars. It's just a program driving it straight at someone. Now, X23 and Soupy-Doo, who have never really even encountered each other before. I see you down there. The F1 car has put Alex's car through the junkyard and back times, and it's still leading the race. If Alex survives in the final attack, he deserves the win. Like, what in the heck? Mainly because it's the final lap, and at that point I can't do anything about it, but like... Alright, one more use on the, the self-driving program. The only time it's been RaceMan is when he went to try and help, Alex before... That did... What is the wheel looking like? How is he driving it? Oh, that's suspension damage. This is nonsense! Alex! You've got to be kidding me! He's almost taking that corner faster than they are. And he's having to hold the wheel, like, sideways. You sure you don't just want to bring this to Stunt Track Challenge next time, Alex? Good lord. He seems more in tune with this LaFerrari than he does with this Vulture. Oh, I did not notice that. Whoa. I can't tell if what I just heard was Vert's car or the fly in my ear. Yeah, this is about right. This is Mario 64 now. So Twin Mill does get the win, but really, it wasn't really his skill that got him it. It was the fact that the self-driving program hit Aleks like 5 times, and he still managed to drive the car with the wheel at a 60-degree angle. I mean, I guess if nothing else, that's a testament to just how much this could be the driver, as much as it is the car. Anyone can have the best car in the world, but it takes a certain amount of talent to even use it, right? Which is talent that Aleks clearly possesses if he can do that. Meanwhile, just nursing one of these F1 cars with a broken front wing for half a lap is, like, purgatorial torture. Anyways, we move on to the finale, which is more or less obligatory at this point. Oh, I was supposed to look at that replay and watch how he was driving. Son of a... Pretty tame start so far. Yeah, that was a little bit, that was wishful thinking. I feel like the cockpit view. Also, like there's a review camera on some cars now, not even a mirror. It's like, I like it because of, like, you know, it gives you insight of what it looks like to drive these things. And especially for being like a Hot Wheels driver, trying to, all these guys trying to get used to these vehicles that they aren't obviously used to. Gearhead, it's a good thing that this thing is being driven by a robot, because the driver of this thing probably has to work the hardest. With how light and slow to the ground this car is, it'll probably feel every single bump that within like a 12-mile radius of the course. The only problem is that there's a button to change to this view, not a button to change back. I have to go back to the F1 car, and then press the change view button to get back to the view that I actually want to watch from. I'll have to check after I finish recording this if passing this through like spectator controls binding that I can, like, section that I can change to have a button that does that or something. No, I do not want that. These are shuffling around with the GT cars in the back of the pack. All the GT cars are in the rear, and they're just having a mad fight over this position of like 7th, 6th. Yeah, it'd be 6th, and that is just wants no part of it, and he's just gonna follow Aleks away from it. Twin Mill and Gearhead and Swoopy-Doo will be a part of it at some point as well, but look at this. Also, what? Excuse me? I didn't do that. And you know, this thing even had a number. Well, I don't know why I determined that that was the end of my race, but you know. Angels with that maneuver, that was interesting to see. And now going around the outside of Gearhead, okay. That's just okay. Fine. Whoa, good brakes. This is the most impressive train we've had. 12-car line headed by a... Well, the main head is like Gearhead right now, but it's actually now more like headed by Twin Mill and Swoopy-Doo as well. The running of the GT cars has actually led them to catch up to the production model. I say production. That's a very loose term for it, but they're not race cars either. Yeah, I would definitely say Gearhead is the one kind of creating this train. But then he splits it up a little bit when we get to a straightaway. That is on something else right now. His car should be golden right now, I think, but it's not his car. At least not his, you know, standard car. But I think he's driving in golden tetrad mode right now. He wants to prove that he can beat anyone, even Aleks, with his prime vehicle right here. Yeah, no, that's definitely Gearhead's doing. Because he'll keep reforming the train with a straight line speed down the straightaway. Because of how old that thing is and how bad the cornering is, then everyone else just kind of like back. This is a canonical battle. Who will come out on top? I think that's what, Street Fighter 5 or something? I'm pretty sure it is Street Fighter of some variety. Actually, 3 is getting the bitter end. Madison Reed does the move on 16 Angels, and then tests her brakes, apparently. Meanwhile... oh, that's a curb. That's not really the correct surface there, Ryan. Even if you do pass him now, Madison, it ain't gonna matter. There's a straightaway in about 20 seconds that'll eat you alive. speed. Madison is mowing the lawn a little. Otto is trying to get into a point spot with his higher top speed over the other GT cars. I mean, an older, lower specifications model, or like lower regulation model, meaning he can just like, they just had at it with the power in that car. It didn't matter. This has definitely been something to watch this final race, ignoring the fact that Aleks has already won. Regardless of how much of a challenge that might actually be giving him for it. Whoa, gearhead. You missed. Otto has also missed. Oh, I missed. And one more lap of this gridlock is about the only terminology you can even think to use on this race. Here's Danny. Make that joke too much. I should have taken note of the numbers each of the drivers had either as well. That could be useful later. Sixtino's is the 4 car, Vert is like I think the 35. Ryan's a 55, I don't know about Blossom. Byrne is 61, Madison's 90, Danny's 56, Gearhead is 4. Otto doesn't have a number, X83 has 77. That is 30, and Timo is also 4. I think Gearhead is 4. That might be a 5 actually. Aleks, of course, wins. That close, though. Relatively speaking. Danny would like that point. And I think he'll get it. That and then some. So Madison is like one of only two GT3s to miss out on points. XT3, not really impressive from XT3 there. I wonder how long this train would have existed for, even with Gearhead no longer leading it, had the race continued. It may never have ended. This might have been the entire race, like this. With like the occasional car falling out or something, I don't know. Madison would eventually get Blossom, I suppose, so. Is Super D up there? I think 16 has got on Super Dude. after the race ended. I can pick up from here, actually. Okay, it doesn't find me. The dream would continue. Byrne and like Danny are too wide right now. Madison almost makes it 3. Yeah, Super-Doo did like continue this pack of cars, and 6 and 8 walked away from it. Enough of that. Yeah, Aleks, he kind of won a little bit. To the tune of just 80 points. That's like 5 race wins. I don't think that LaFerrari was fair. Something tells me that last in points, despite his efforts to win the final round, and if he had, he'd have gotten, well, he'd have taken 14th from Madison, who might have won that little battle in Stunt Track Challenge, or who's to say how serious the likes of, like, you know, Aleks, Byrne, Vert, Gearhead, and Danny were taking that. But I mean, there are 2 records on my Stunt Track Challenge console now that are held by a driver named Madison. I think she won. Yeah, she won Lava Land Speed Freak, and then I want to say it was Spider Alley Extreme Jumps. You can see I already have the finale planned, but we have 4 more things in between. So this is going to be Act 5 preview of it. If I remember, I'll explain the names of the drivers that aren't relevant to the plot later. That's Madison, by the way. It's the same one. Just I put the last name in to be professional about it. I probably should put her up here with the ones that we know: Aleks, Vert, Danny, and myself. And of course, RaceMan is here. RaceMan's at every race, but the car is the self-driving program. Imagine the self-driving program got like what if you put the self-driving program, well, it won't matter in Turbo Racing now, but imagine if we had done this sooner, and we just put it in Hot Wheels 500 in a race. That'd have been funny right there. Too late for that now. I mean, I guess we could put it to something later in another game, but what? Also, what would we even call it? Self-driving program isn't exactly... doesn't really roll off the tongue. And then as for the rounds, it's kind of similar idea. All European courses, though. And the idea was that there are so many Italian courses on this game. An Italian race starts every episode, so... and this one ends it, by the way. So technically, Episode 5 is started at Zandvoort, which is in the Netherlands. I don't like Imola that much, but I know the idea for this came from the real-life Lamborghini Huracan Supertruck series. And they have always ended at Imola. Now, as for the reason why this exists, oh, you know, we just finished at Mugello. Well, Mugello, among other things, has always been, of course, associated with Lamborghini and Ferrari because it's in Italy. Ferrari were present at the time of this race, saw Alex's performance in their own machinery, and offered him and some of the other upstarts in the group a chance to race under the Ferrari banner, as it were. Also, I of course look at these colors and I immediately think of the Powerpuff Girls, red, blue, and green. Can't think about it, you can actually see that way too. If you really think about it, which I don't know if either of us really care to do that right now, but that'd be a totally plausible, like, retcon. Not retcon, but like... Yeah, that is Rick retcon. It's like kind of like random replacement. And I'm there as well, and like I said, Madison is still here. Just changed her full name and put her down the list by accident. And I'll explain the other drivers in the like first part of the next act. Which I may do now, I don't know. Now, for one, I know there's a Seth like Rollins or something in some truck challenge. That's not what this is a joke on. So this doesn't make this way I can do that. The only thing I can maybe do is I could just undo. No, I do not have a wheel. And I can't just go in and just undo something, huh? Okay, just like kind of leave it there though, that's good. I don't need to vote yes. It's crazy to think they even managed to fit all of these things into one controller setup. What am I supposed to do? Yeah, it's supposed to get rid of the toggle HUD thing. Wherever that is. There it is, so. In theory, getting rid of that should at least limit the problem of, like, having the HUD change on me when I do that. Because I have no interest in any other HUD layouts besides the one I've used the entire time. So there's, I guess there's no time for drift and exposition because I just spent 10 minutes trying to figure out controls, and it really could have taken like 2 minutes.